Hi, it's Lewis with Rosebud's Travels, and we're going to put a porthole thing in the freshwater tank to allow us to clean it, to access the interior of the tank and clean it. So today I'm going to show you how to put this on, and that's what we're going to do. That's a project for today. I want to show you all the tools that are needed to do it also. You need a 5.5-inch template for the hole, and we're going to tape this down, and I'm going to cut the hole. We're going to use a hole saw to start the hole, and then I'm going to try a method that I saw online, which is using an oscillating saw and a hook blade. That's one of the hook blades for a utility knife, and you mount it to the oscillating saw, and we're going to try that to cut the plastic. We have a drill with a Phillips head to put the screws in carefully. We have a bit with it's a centering bit, which will allow us to center the holes for the screws. We have 6 stainless steel screws that are going to screw it down. You need a little bit of silicone, and make sure you get a food grade silicone, and this DAP Silicone Max is food grade. It says safe for incidental food contact. It is actually made, it's safe to be in contact with food. And I've got a drill bit to do a pilot hole for the screws. So I think I've collected all the material that I need to do it. So let's get started. Okay, I've emptied out the water tank. Doesn't have any water in it. So I've taped down my template, so I know this is where I want to do it at. So the first thing is we're going to drill a big hole in the plastic so we can get a start on the hole. I'm going to drill off to one side, I think, so it'll give my little cutter will be closer to the edge of the hole. There we go. Plastic has a little thickness to it. We've got some wood screws that are going to do the rest of it. I mean, as far as holding it down. So now we're going to try this hook method of cutting the hole with the oscillating saw. Never done this before. I'm going to try it. I saw it. as you can see, using that oscillating saw works very, very well to cut the plastic. It cuts pretty good. You got to turn the speed up a little bit, but it cuts the plastic very, very well. It's a good way. It's a good way to cut the plastic. Cut a little bit more. We took some microfiber cloths and I sopped up all the water, and there's quite a bit of water that's left over in the tank because the drain is not in the bottom. It's a little bit above the bottom of the tank. So you have to get out, you have to sop up the water with the microfiber, take it out, and the bottom of the tank, even though we had done a Clorox treatment, had a little bit of slime in the bottom of the tank. So we're going to clean it a little bit, and then we're going to, we're going to mount our hole, our hatch. We're going to mount our hatch, and then we're going to clean the tank, and then everything will be totally clean. So basically, that's how you do it. We're going to apply some silicone to the hatch, put it in place, and screw it down, and that's what we're going to do. The next step is to make sure that all of the surface is flat, and so that your door can fit flat against there, and the silicone can seal against it. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a centering bit to get the location of the holes centered, and then I'm going to drill some pilot holes so that the screws will have a pilot hole to go through the plastic. The plastic is pretty thick, so I think it'll work good for that. So we're just going to make little marks. That should do it. And then we're going to do a drill. We're going to center it. There we go. Now we got all the holes done, and now what we got to do is get all of the plastic out of the tank and all the water. There's still some water left over, even though I drained it. There's water left over, so we got to get that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the plastic and water out, and then we're going to silicone this down and screw it down. So that's the next step, but we're going to get plastic and water. Okay, so now I'm going to put the silicone around the ring. Okay, got silicone all the way around. Okay, so now I'm going to put the ring in place. Now I'm going to get my screws. There we go. The hatch is in. And now we're just going to do a little bit of cleaning to the tank. And then that's it. That's the end of the project. We'll see you in the next video.